Alright, here's a little story for you all, which probably really pointless, but anyway. Yesterday, I'm driving my friend to work, and I suddenly feel drawn to Walmart, specifically the makeup department, oddly, and well, in that vague vicinity of the store. So I said, yeah, I'll go to Walmart, whatever. So after I dropped her off, I went to Walmart because I felt drawn there. It was like there's something pulling at me to go there. So anyway, I go to Walmart and I just let my senses guide me, because I mean, I've had issues like this before where I've been pulled somewhere and not found anything. So I go into Walmart thinking I'm gonna run into someone or something. I go into Walmart, I go in, and then I go cut through a few aisles, goes down to the makeup department. Don't go actually in, just walk right by it, see there's nothing there. I take a right into like the pillow section of Walmart, and I'm suddenly like, I should buy a book. But rather than cut and go directly to where I know there's a big table of discount books at Walmart, because I was like, maybe this is why I was meant to come here, I had to buy a book. Instead, I felt like I had to take a very specific route, and so I went down to the other end of Walmart and then turned and went like around the perimeter of the store rather than just cut straight across. And as I'm coming down the main aisle, there's one of those big signs that tells you the directions of all the departments, and anyways, pointing in the opposite direction from my discount table where I'm headed towards is the actual book department. So I'm like, okay. So I head over to the department there, and I go in and I'm like browsing books, and I'm like, this was a really pointless adventure. Why the hell did I come here? Anyways, I'm eventually drawn to this book right here. This is 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher. Note, I did not look at the author when I bought the book. Remember that. And so I pick up the book, and I was like, okay, it wasn't even in the right spot. I pick it up, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I look at the back of it. It tells me the Canadian price is $13. It ended up coming to less than that. But I was like, I don't even have $13. So I put it on my debit, which probably has about $5 left in it after, like, I use my debit so much. And so I put it on my debit, and I come home with it. I haven't started reading it yet, although I've read the back of it. It seems like a good book. Apparently, it's a bestseller, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I look at the front. I make no connection to anything, and now I'm going to show you. So I looked at the front, made no connection. Opened to the first page, checked out this for a little while. Didn't scream anything at me. I looked at this next page. Nothing happens. I turn to this page, and a bell goes off in my mind. J. Asher. I know that name. I go to my computer, and I went to my computer, and I googled J. Asher. I come to his Wikipedia page. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I'm freaking out. And so I was thinking, like, why does this name mean everything to me? So I take my phone. I texted my friend. I was like, a bit of an odd question, LOL. But does the name J. Asher mean anything to you? And she's all like, no. And I was like, I bought a book by J. Asher, and I could have sworn I've heard the name, but this is his only novel. There's another one coming out, I believe, in 2011, at some point this year, I think in the spring. We're past spring now, we're in summer. It's coming out at some point this year. So anyways, she was like, no, I've never heard Hell, bro. And then I'm like, never mind, I figured it out. And here's how I figured it out. Oh shit. There. I read this book, Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. I would have showed you the actual tangible book, except it was from the library at school, so I had to take it back. And look at this. You will have no choice but to tear through this book. J. Asher, author of New York Times bestseller 13 Reasons Why. I looked at that a lot. As soon as I read the name J. Asher, I knew I'd seen it somewhere. I figured that he was an author of another book. Let me ask you this. I haven't read the book yet, so I don't know. Something could happen as I'm reading the book, but what are the chances of this happening? that after I would see, and this book was good, but I liked Lauren Oliver's second book a lot better. I'm waiting for the sequels to her second to come out. Sequel and the third and the fourth. I believe there's 2 more books coming. It's going to be a trilogy. But to think, what are the chances? I mean, maybe it's a coincidence, but I tend to not believe in coincidences. So, I'm just wondering what the chances are that I would subconsciously decide to read 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher after reading Before I Fall, after Jay Asher said I'd have no choice but to tear through Lauren Oliver's book. What in God's name are the chances that I would be subconsciously drawn into Walmart to pick up this book, which ended up being cheaper, just saying, but it's a New York Times international bestseller in 31 languages. It is a mystery, a eulogy, and a ceremony. It is eerie, beautiful, and devastating. It is a brilliant, mesmerizing, thriller-like pacing. It's a lot of things. But I find this really odd. So, that's what I came to say today. Thank you for watching. All 2 or 3 of you that will end up watching this. It's been very nice. I'll be back later with some other stupid coincidence of my life, I'm sure. Because things like this happen a lot to me. Have a nice day.